we were together for 2 years, and we spent our time together. We were together all the time. We're in high school and saw each other every day. And then I went to school, and he was in a different town, and we didn't see each other very often.
Okay. So how often would you say you saw each other then?
About twice a month.
Okay, so you went from seeing each other every day, a couple of times a day, to then, and that was a whole year of time?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so what was it like being separated? How did you feel?
I was lonely, and I missed my boyfriend, and I just wanted to see him, and I just wanted to talk to him, and we just didn't see each other very often. We talked on the phone sometimes.
Okay, just on the phone?
Just on the phone.
Okay, not texting or online, anything like that?
No.
What about girlfriends? Friends that you were hanging out with at school then?
I had some girlfriends, but because I had spent so much time with my boyfriend, then I wasn't as close with my friends then.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I felt really lonely then when my boyfriend was gone and my friends weren't around as often.
Mm-hmm. So what did you do? What did you do to feel less lonely?
So I got online, and I thought, okay, I'll find a chat room, and I'll just talk to some people and have some friends. And I just Googled, like, just for chat rooms, and it was just friendly chats about movies or music and things like that.
So you're really looking for somebody to have a conversation with?
Yes.
Because you're lonely. Were you living by yourself?
I was living in a single dorm, and I was in the corner all by myself, and I didn't have many friends around, and I was just really lonely.
Okay. So you get online. What do you find when you Google chat rooms?
So when I Google chat rooms, I find more than just friendly
It
chats.
occurred to you that these chat rooms, that there were some chat rooms with sexual content before this?
No, I didn't even know.
Okay.
And they just through Google, everything pops up there, and I saw there was this sexual chat, and I thought, well, that's interesting. What is this? Just curious, out of curiosity, and so that's when I discovered that kind of chat.
Okay.
Most of them were men, and out of 50, I'd say 5 were women, and the women were sometimes clothed, but the men were usually actively masturbating or showing off, and the women would tease the men, and they'd be clothed and then kind of strip and sometimes take requests from the men.
So walk me through, like, the first time you get on, what's your sense? Can you remember back when you first got on, you're thinking, wow, this is kind of cool. I mean, this is different.
Yeah, when I first got on, I was really curious. I had no idea this existed, and I just wanted to check it out, and I got on, and I saw these videos, and I couldn't believe people were doing this, but I was intrigued. So I kept watching, and I didn't take off my clothes or anything. In fact, at the beginning, I didn't even have video on.
Okay.
And I just watched because I was curious. And then after a while, I thought, well, I'll just put my video on. I have my clothes on, it's okay. But then the men started trying to get me to take clothes off or do something.
Do you remember what kinds of things they said or what they did?
People started saying, oh, you're so pretty and you're so beautiful. Show us some skin. Let us see your beautiful body. A body like yours needs to be seen. Things like that. And the things they were saying made me feel good and made me feel pretty. And so I thought, well, okay, maybe I will. So I started, maybe I'd take my shirt off and just from the waist up. And
Were you online with all these people at the same time, or was it just with one person?
I was online with, there's all about 50 people, and you could see their screen names, and everyone could see everyone's screen name, and they could tell if you had a video on or not. So they would see that my video was on, and then I could see next to the name these little eyeballs, and that would show that they were watching me.
And how did that make you feel?
It was nice to have the attention and have all those people watching. And if you didn't do anything, they think, oh, you're boring, and they wouldn't watch anymore. And the women would, the 5 or so women would compete for the attention, because the people on there can only see so many videos at a time. So I started doing more things and showing a little more skin, and I started to feel comfortable with it. Everyone there was doing it. That's what the site was for, and it was fun, and I felt good. I felt pretty.
Did you get to the point where you felt comfortable masturbating?
Yes, eventually, but I would only do that in private, not in front of the 50 people. You could talk with a certain person and go off in private, and no one else could see you, and then I would go off in private and we'd masturbate together online. When I first discovered it by accident to when I stopped was probably 6 weeks.
Okay.
And I stopped the day I told my boyfriend about it.
So that whole time you hadn't shared it with your boyfriend. What do you think held you back from telling him?
I knew he wouldn't be completely comfortable with it. I didn't think it was cheating necessarily, because I was alone in my room in front of a computer screen. But I knew he wouldn't be completely comfortable with it, because I was showing my bare body on the internet. And I know he would feel like only he should see that. But I didn't think it was cheating. So I thought maybe it'd be okay, but I knew I had to tell him. And after 6 weeks, I had to. So I called him up and I told him, and he
on the
was
phone?
on the phone.
Okay.
And I was shocked by his reaction. He was so mad. He was so upset. We had to hang up the phone for a little while to cool down. And I didn't realize he'd be so upset. And at that point, I started thinking, well, maybe it is cheating.